Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome for
Prabhu,
today's
pranams to you.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. So thank you for joining us today for our very important discussion. Today we're going to talk about Nama Aparadha, all right? Okay, we have understood that so far that even in Nama Bas, inattentive or with some kind of attachment to something, still we can achieve higher success. But now, then Haridas Thakur also was mentioning, right? So even Namabas, everything is okay. But what can destroy the effect, the full effect of this Harinam? Okay, Nama Prabhu, what is the thing can be a big detrimental? So that's going to be a very interesting topic today. So before we do that, let's do an invocation prayer. Okay, let's talk about invocation. What is that invocation that we are talking about? All right, we are doing that prayer, before we start, is to create auspiciousness. All right, create auspiciousness. And what they call to set the mood. So first we start to chant the standard Guru mantra. That means we are paying obeisances to all kinds of gurus, right? So we have three types of guru in a standard. First we have Chaita Guru. Chaita Guru means the guru that stays in your heart. That's Paramatma, Chaita Guru. Second is Diksha Guru. So the Diksha Guru is the guru that from your heart appear in front of you in the form of a spiritual master. They call Diksha Guru. It is called this Diksha. That means the one who gives you initiation and link you to the Parampara. That is the next one. And the third Guru, which is very essential, very important, we call as Siksha Guru. Siksha Guru means what? The Guru that gives you instruction, train you and cultivate you. So this Guru is not necessary to be your initiating spiritual master, but the one that advise you how to do things and to train you up. All right, that's called as Siksha Guru. So we can have, of course, Chaita Guru is only one that's in your heart. And Diksha Guru can be only one. It's not today I feel like taking initiative with this Guru. Next day, I feel like going for a next Guru. Not like that. All right. So that's one. But Siksha Guru, you can have many. Not only one, but you can have many Siksha Guru. And because sometimes when we learn from many people. Right. So like that. So when we offer that, first we see one day Ham, Sri Guru, Sri Yuta Padakaman, Sri Gurun, Sri Chaitanya. All right. So Sri Gurun. So Sri Guru and Sri Gurun. What does that mean? Singular and plural. So Guru is singular, one Guru, your Diksha Guru. And Sri Gurun is plural. That means more than one. So we are addressing all that Siksha Gurus. All right. Then after that, after we chant that mantra, we chant Srila Prabhupada's Pranam mantra, because Srila Prabhupada is our Siksha Guru, the eminent Siksha Guru for our Parampara. All right, because we are studying from him and we are reading his purport. That means we are taking instruction from him. So Prabhupada. And the next Siksha Guru that we take is his Guru. Okay, Srila Prabhupada's Guru is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. So we offer a pranam to him. Then we also offer pranam to his Guru, who is called Gaura Kishore Das Babaji. And we offer pranam to his Guru, Gaura Kishore Das Babaji, Siksha Guru, that is Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And we also offer our pranam to his Bhakti Vinod Thakur's Guru, who is Jagannath Das Babaji. After we offer pranam to Jagannath Das Babaji, then we offer pranam to all Vaishnava. Vancha kalpata rubhyascha, kripa sindhubhe evacha, paditanam pavinebhyo, Vaishnavebayo namo namaha. So Vancha means desire. Kalpataru is a kalpa vriksha tree that fulfills. So the person who fulfills all desire. Okay, not the material desire, but the desire, the thing that we don't know, but now we know that how the secret of going back home, back to Godhead, right? Then Vancha kalpataru, kripa sindhu be evacha. Kripa means mercy. All right, unlimited mercy, kribe, kripa. Kripa, Sindhu, the means the mercy, the ocean of mercy. Sindhu means ocean. All right. Paditanam pavinebhyo. Padita means fallen. Pavana means uplifter. The one who saves and uplifts the fallen souls. Paditanam pavinebhyo. Who are these people? Vaishnavebayo namo namaha. The pure devotees, the Vaishnavas. Without their causeless mercy, we might not be here. If Prabhupada only wanted to take a break and just wanted to remain in India, we could not have received these secret, confidential knowledge, right? Because of his mercy and of his mercy of his spiritual master and of course the Parambara, now we are deriving. So we offer our obeisances to all Vaishnava devotees. All right. So after offering all the Vaishnava devotees and praying for their mercy and blessings, then we go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most merciful incarnation in Kali Yuga. Okay. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Parantikam. Then after that, what is that? Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratise Namaha. Om Mahavadanya, okay. We offer all this thing, then we offer obeisance to Pancha Tattva, the 5 principles, all right. Pancha Tattva Madhikam Vishnu, Krishna Bhakta Swarupam. That means they come in the form of a devotee to fulfill the desire. Then after that, we offer obeisances to Sri Krishna. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu. Karuna means what? Mercy. Karuna means karune, mercy. Sindhu means ocean of mercy. Sindhu means ocean. Sri Krishna Karuna Sindhu. Dina Bandho. Dina means fallen, unfortunate. The one who was suffering, condition. Bandhu, the one dear to the fallen. Dina Bandhu. Right? So, Dina Bandhu Jagatpati. Gopesha, Gopika Kanta. So he is always beloved of Gopikas, all the gopis. Radha Kanta. Not only that, he also beloved to Srimati Radharani. Radha Kanta, Namostute, I offer my obeisances. Then after that, we also offer obeisances to Srimati Radharani. All right. What is the mantra? Tapta Kanchana. Kanchana means golden. Gaurangi, the one who taken a golden form. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari. She is the authority. She is the personified, and she is the one that the queen of Vrinda. Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari. Ishwari means the queen or the controller. Like we have studied in Bhagavad Gita, Ishvara means controller, right? Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari. Okay. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari. Vrishabhanu Stude Devi, the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj. Okay. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari. Vrishabhanu Stude Devi. Pranamami Hari Priye. I offer to that personality who is beloved of Hari. Then after that, we chant the Hare, the Pancha Tattva Mahamantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, addressing all the Pancha Tattva, like Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, Krishna and Radha. Then we offer obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu, who is the original Guru, Adi Guru. He is the incarnation, is the expansion of Lord Balaram. Then we offer obeisance to Gadadhar Pandit, who is none other than Srimati Radharani. Okay, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita. Then Gadadhar, Shiva Shadi, Gaura Bhakta. That means, and also to the personified of Mahavishnu, Lord Shiva, and the Bhakta Vatsala, Srivas. Srivas means is the devotee incarnation. That's none other than what they call, what is his name? Narada Muni. All right. This is the Pancha Tattva. The complete Tattva came in a different way to give different mercy. Okay. That's the thing. Then, of course, we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So that is the invocation mantra that we do before we start our program. Now you understand? Okay. Now let's do it. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Parantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yutta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagar Jadam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vidamscha Namavam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Namavam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devidayitaye Kripaptaye Krishna Sambandha Vignana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jwala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasidanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padambu Jayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Viraparayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestam Nidasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarva Bhauma Sri Jagannatayate Namaha Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Panchakalpata Rubhyascha Kripa Sindhubevacha Patitanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurati Se Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Stude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivashari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Vishnupada Krishna Vishnu Putale Shrimati Jayapataka Swami Namani Namacharya Padai Nitai Kripa Pradai Gaura Katatamadai Nadragramatari Hari Om Tats Hare Krishna. So let's start our today's session. I'm so happy that Rajendran Prabhu have given a very good summary of what you have understood yesterday. It's very good, you know. So this thing, okay, now we are coming to the most important part of this, what they call the nectar of instruction, nectar of holy name, Harinam Cintamani. All right, this is the most important part of this entire studies. All right, we must identify. All right, so what is the things, do's and don'ts? Despite this Nama Prabhu is so merciful. He can fulfill all your desire, even material desire, even you do it inattentively. Even it's so clouded, when even a little light that comes and touch you, you can go up to the border of this material world, the universe, right? You can go up to that level, and it's so powerful, right? But at the same time, Nama Prabhu is so merciful. That's why we had understood that this in Kali Yuga, Krishna came in full potency in the name of, in the form of name. Yes. Samsung SM. Okay, I think you have unmuted. Okay, I'll mute you. So he came in the form, he came in the form of the holy name with full potency. All the divine power is invested. Even you do it jokingly, hela, all these kind of things, even jokingly or whatever, or whatever it is, you still have the benefit. Even the Yavana simply chant haram, still they can get liberated. But there's terms and condition applied. But here Nama Prabhu is also very sensitive. He's willing to give you everything that you wanted. that you can't even think of achieving in all the previous yugas. But at the same time, he also very sensitive. He's very sensitive over these 10 things. So these are the 10 basic things we must know what is that we should avoid. First thing is we're going to understand, our study today is blaspheme of Vaishnava. All right. Blaspheming means dosa kirtan. All right. Okay, now let's look at this. Gadadara prana jaya janava jivana jaya sitanata srivasadi bhakta gana. Now, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Oh Haridas, now describe in detail." Again, what Mahaprabhu is telling, that he wants detail, right? You want a detailed explanation, right? Explain in detail the offenses. Okay? He wants to know the detail of offenses to the holy name. Haridas answered, "Oh, by your power, I will say whatever you make me to say." So now we understand, I will say, by your power, I will say whatever you make me to say. So that means, in other words, Lord Chaitanya is inspiring Haridas to speak. All right? To say, okay. Now, the Haridas Thakur saying, offenses to the holy name are analyzed as 10. Okay? How many offenses to holy name are analyzed as 10? There are 10 types of offenses. All right? According to the scripture. One should be fearful of committing these offenses. Okay? Now, one should be fearful. All right? When you talk about this offense, one should be really fearful of committing. All right? So, what is the first offense that we say here? Number one, to blaspheme or criticize the Vaishnava. Okay? Blaspheme means what? To say something that doesn't exist. All right? They call as dosa kirtan. Okay? Dosa kirtan, or we call it as blaspheming the devotees. Or number two, criticize. So, but criticize who? Vaishnava. Right? Now, number two, to consider that the other living entities, such as the demigods, are independent of Krishna. This is a second offense. All right? To consider other living entities like the demigods are independent of Krishna. And what happened when we are going to identify a human being as God? That's even terrible. Number three, to disobey or disrespect the Guru. When we disobey or disrespect the Guru is the third offense. Number four, to disrespect scriptural authority. All right? To disrespect. The scripture says like this, you take which is favorable and you reject which is not favorable. That means you're not respecting the authority. Number five, to interpret the meaning of the name. Okay? To give your imagination interpretation. And to think the glories of the name is imaginary. Chanting Hare Krishna is just imagine, sentimentalist. All this is the fifth offense. Number six, to commit sinful activity on the strength of the holy name. What does that mean? Oh, I know that chanting Hare Krishna is so powerful, it could get rid of all my sin. Never mind. Today I'm going to do some nonsense and after that I chant. Right? Do something and chant Hare Krishna later and all my sins will be destroyed. That's a seventh offense. Number seven, to give the name to the unfaithful who are not ready to accept. All right? So, to give the holy name to the unfaithful, those people who are not really have faith, and to give them the name, or that means to give the name means to give initiation, in other words, or to explain to the unfaithful person. That's why the holy name is not widely distinct. That's why I was just thinking, when I'm going to have this class, I pray to Krishna, oh my dear Lord, I hope those people who are really ready to accept the holy name to join the session. And I'm very overwhelmed to see that so many of you are joined here and also some of you are listening on YouTube. Right? So like that. Because it's a seventh offense. Number 8, to consider the holy name as karma and pious activity. Right? Just like another good, a good activity. All right? Karma kanda. Okay? Or just like a kind of ritual. Okay? Number 9, to inattentive while chanting the holy name. So that means when you are chanting the holy name, you are not attentive at all. Right? Playing phone, watching TV, reading newspaper, chatting. They call japa chat. All this inattentive. All right? And number 10, after having taken correct knowledge. That means after you know the correct knowledge that what is holy name and being aware of the glories of the name, and then to remain attached to the material world of I and mind. All right? So that means after knowing all these things, but still I have got attachment, I and mine. Okay, that means a kind of ego. That means you're still attached to your gross and material body, the subtle body, gross and subtle body, right? And ultimately reject the name. No need to chant Hare Krishna, I better go and do something else. This is the 10th offense. Okay, these are the 10 offenses we're going to study in detail. Okay, number 1, these shall be described one after another. So now, the first offense known as sadhu ninda. Okay, in Tamil we call nindikirathu. Nindikirathu, right? Sadhuve nindikirathu. So the first offense known as sadhu ninda or criticism of Vaishnavas. And this is very harmful for those wanting to progress in spiritual life. It is very harmful, right? Now, the most important part, let us define what is sadhu or Vaishnava is. This is very important. What is sadhu and Vaishnava? This is very, 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 very important because sometimes we see there are people who are not responsible. They hide behind this thing. That means I do whatever nonsense I want to do. When people start to question them or criticize them, they start to say, oh, you are doing offense and threaten them. Offending me, I'm a Vaishnava, I'm a devotee. When you're going to offend me, you're going to go to hell. All right? Because it's quite very common. All right? That sometimes I used to tell the devotee, when you need to speak up, you should speak up. Oh, no, I am afraid to offend them. Even the devotees who are not doing the right thing, but they are saying, oh, because I'm afraid of offending the devotees. But now here, the most important part is, let us define what is sadhu or Vaishnava. You must understand who is that sadhu. Okay. So now the quotation is quoting from 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Krishna enumerates to Uddhava. That means Krishna explains to Uddhava, okay, the characteristic of sadhu. Are you all with me, my dear Prabhus and mothers? Put a thumbs up if you all are with me. Because here we're going to discuss something very, very, very important. And to understand this, I consider you are very fortunate. I mean, not you, we, both of us, right? Everyone is with me, yeah? Okay. Okay. Now, what is that characteristic of sadhu? And this is from 11th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, Krishna speaking to Uddhava. All right, they say Dayalu. That means first characteristic of sadhu is Dayalu. That means he's merciful. Second is Sahishnu. The Vaishnava is tolerant. Sama. Even Malay also we use call Sama. Equal. Okay. Okay. Sama. Equal. Number 3. For Droha Shunya Vrata. Droha Shunya Vrata. That means what? These are the people who do penance without injury to the body. That means these are the people who don't do any kind of severe austerities. All right. Like for instance, like, you know, like piercing the mouth, doing this, no injury to the body. All right. Then Satya Sara. That means they are truthfulness. The next one, Vishuddhatma. All right. The devotees are Vishuddhatma. That means they are purified. Then Parahita Rata. They always engage in welfare of mankind. Kame Akshubhita Buddhihi. These are the people intelligent, free from lust. Lust means what? Not only lust over opposite sex. Lust, that means they are free from all kind of strong desires. Intelligent, free from lust. At last, Danta. They are always restrained. All right. They are also known as Akinchana. That means devoid of concept of ownership. I and mine. This is my things. Mridu. They are very gentle. Suchi. They are very clean. In Malay, so we call Suchi, right? Okay. Parimita. Boji. That means what? These people are regulated eating and other habits. That means they even eat with regulation. Don't simply whack. Santaman, they are peaceful. Okay, in Tamil also we call Santa. Shantam, Shantaman, Shantaman. All right, very peaceful. They are Aniha, apathy. Apathy to materialism. That means they are not attached. Appetite, I think, appetite to materialism. Dreaman. That means these are the very patient. They have a lot of patience. Stira. There's a steadiness in them. Apramatta. Attentive and alert. Sugambira. They are very grave. That means they don't talk nonsense. They are very grave. Vijita. Sadguna. That means they have conquered the 6 gunas. Okay? They conquered the hunger, thirst, lamentation, envy, old age, and death. That means what? These people are not going to die? How does that mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, they conquer the death. That means they have come. That means they are already on. They are considered muktiman. They are already liberated in this body. Right? They are conquering the 6 gunas. That means the hunger. Hunger means it's not to say they are not going to be hungry. All right? That means they are what they call, they control it. They don't listen. Thirst. And they don't have lamentation. They are very grave. They don't know lamentation. That means they are really renounced. They don't have envy. The envious 10. And they don't have old age. That means what? Even though they are getting old, but they look very bright. And they have conquered death. That means they are not worried about death. If anything happens, go. Right? Yes, Purnarupi. Okay. Right? Then Amani. Not expecting honor from others. Manam. Amani. Okay. Mana means, money means honor. But Amani means they don't expect honor from others. They don't expect people to praise them. Okay. Sometimes we see, when you don't give a proper recognition, they get very upset. They don't care about all this. Then they also Manada. Manada means giving respect to others. They are always respectful. They are Daksha. That means they are very skillful. They are Avanchaka. They are non-hypocritical. That means they are not hypocrite. They are Jnani. That means knowledgeable of the scriptures. So now, did you see all these qualities? All right. So now, I want one of you to unmute yourself and read this down. Anybody who like to read this, please unmute yourself. This is very important.
Shall I read,
all right.
Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Okay, now what do you need to read, Mataji? You read from here. Okay, the thing that I highlighted.
They shall be described, is it? This shall be described?
No, one second. No. All right, from here. First, let us define. Read it slowly, Mataji.
Okay. First, let us define what Sadhu or Vaishnava is. In the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna enumerates to Uddhava the characteristics of a sadhu. Dayalu, merciful. Sahishnu, tolerant. Sama, equal. Droha Sunyavrata, penance without injury to the body. Satya Sara, truthfulness. Visuttatma, purified. Parahita Rata, engaged in the welfare of mankind. Kame Akshubhita Buddhi, intelligent, free from lust. Danta, restrained. Akichana, devoid of concept of ownership. Mridu, gentle. Suchi, clean. Parimita Boji, regulated eating and the other habits. Santamani, peaceful. Santamani, peaceful. Haniha, apadi, to materialism. Dreaman, creation. Strira, steadiness. Apramata, attentive, alert. Sugambira, very grief. Vijita Sadguna, conquering over the 6 gunas. Hunger, thirst, lamentation, envy, old age, and death. Amani, not expecting honor from others. Manada, giving respect to others. Daksha, skillful. Avanchaka, non-hypocritical. Jnani, knowledge of the scriptures.
Okay, thank you so much. So now we understand these are the characteristic of sadhu. So I want everyone to take a photo of this, take a snapshot if you have if you're watching through, or take a photo of this and keep it with you. Okay, take this and later please write it down or print out somewhere and paste it on the wall. So now we can do check and balance. Do I coming to that level of sadhu or not? We are not trying to like, oh, I want people to worship me. So now we understand what is that Vaishnava or sadhu means. So we try to develop these characteristics in our heart. Okay. Have you all taken photo? Snapshot, eh? Okay, the thing that I've highlighted. Or you have in your book and take it and make sure you write it down. Okay. So now we understand. So these are the qualities of the sadhu. So total, how many qualities are here? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26 qualities of a sadhu. Okay, now let's continue. What do you call? Haridas Thakur continuing says, by this characteristic, one can know who is sadhu. Please underline the statement. That means by this characteristic, one can know who is sadhu. So, you know how to identify them. Okay. However, here there are 2 types of characteristic. All right. In this sadhu, however, there are 2 types of characteristic. What are the characteristic? We are looking at the principal and marginal. So we have 2 types of characteristic, principal characteristic and marginal characteristic. Right? Now let's look at the one. The principal characteristic is exclusive surrender to Krishna. Please underline the statement. The principal characteristic. All right? The principal characteristic is exclusive surrender to Krishna, while the others are dependent upon it. What is others? The marginal. So principal and marginal. Principal is to surrender, exclusive surrender to Krishna. And the other, that means the marginal, is what they call dependent upon it. But by some good fortune, please look at this word. By some good fortune, by little good fortune, one may get the association of Vaishnava. By some good fortune. If at all, if you are in association of a great devotee Vaishnava, this is a kind of great fortune, some good fortune. And then attain the taste for the name. So when they associate with the Vaishnavas, they start to develop taste for the name. Then they chant the name and they take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. So by doing that, this becomes the chief characteristic. First is marginal, right? But that means they start to associate with Vaishnava, they attain the taste for the name, and after that, they try to chant the name, and they take the shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. And after that, what happened? These marginal become the principal characteristic. They become the chief characteristic. Then, After that, by continuing to chant the name, all the other characteristics make their appearance. So by doing this, all the other characteristics, that means we are talking about 26 characteristics, all will start taking their appearance. One by one will start to appear. So that is why they are called as marginal or accompanying. Right? So one is exclusive, they have everything. Second is marginal, they just look at it. When they start to look at sadhu, they get a little taste, they start to chant Hare Krishna. When all these things happen, what happened? All the other characteristics will make their appearance. That means all these other characteristics start to appear in them. Therefore, this is called as marginal or accompanying, marginal characteristic. Okay? Though secondary to the principal characteristic. Even though it's secondary to the principal characteristic. Secondary, they will certainly appear in the body of a true Vaishnava or sadhu. So all these things can never be imitated. Just like how prema has to be blessed by Krishna. By our own effort, we can go to the level of bhava, ecstatic. But prema has to be granted. Similarly, the first principles, if you want to go to the principal characteristic, the 26 qualities, how many of you want these kind of qualities? Maybe you want to put a thumbs up or hands up or whatever. How many of you want this kind of characteristic appear in your heart? Who's that person? Vaishnava, okay, Saki Champakalata, yes. And others don't want. Okay, Nanda Devi Mataji also wants it, right? So all of us want it, right? So very simple. If you want that characteristic, we just need to associate with those who have that characteristic. And through that association, we get a little taste for the name. Then we try to apply the name, then take the letter, this thing. And after this principle of chanting becomes your principal characteristic, the marginal will start to accompany, will start to join you. It's part of the package deal, right? Like you're getting into the plane. Okay? You're getting into the plane. You get into the plane, then you'll be given a seat. Then after the plane takeoff, you will be given all facilities in the plane. All right? All the facilities available in the plane will be given to you because you are the passenger in that plane. So it's accompanying. The most important part, you have to get into the plane and take your seat. And other than, you don't need to worry. Oh, will I get my drinks on time? Will I get my food on time? Will they give me a wet tissue, wet towel? Will they do this? Will they do that? You all don't need to worry. You go in, once the plane take off, all the things will be given to you. It's accompanying. All right? So even though it is secondary, but to the principle, but it will certainly appear. Haridas Thakur is giving assurance, certainly will appear in the body of a true Vaishnava or sadhu. Right? True Vaishnava or sadhu, it will appear. Okay? As an effect of proper chanting of the holy name. So, if you want to have all these 26 qualities, the thing is what? When we do a proper chanting of the holy name. There's no other way than this. You can get all these 26 characteristics. Right? Now, on the other hand, the status of Grihastha, Brahmachari and Vanaprastha and Sannyasi. This is called Ashrama. Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya and Brahmana. This is called as Varna. When these both combine, become Varna Ashrama system. Alright? And their respective habits and qualities. So on the other hand, the status of Grihastha, Brahmachari, Vanaprastha and Sannyasi, Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya and Brahmana of the Varna Ashram system, and also their respective habits and qualities. What is habits and qualities? We discuss when we go into Srimad Bhagavatam. All these are still considered external distinction. All these are external distinction, which in no way determine who is sadhu. Please mark this strong statement. Even a person is grahastha, brahmachari, vanaprastha, or sannyasi. Oh, I'm a brahmachari. When I look at, I'm a grahastha, married man. When I look at the brahmachari, and we see if I'm a brahmachari, oh, I'm great. Oh, this thing, no. It doesn't make anything. Even when we are Sudra, Vaishya, or Kshatriya, or Brahmana, even we can be born in a very outcast family, low caste, outcast, Shudra. We can be the mercantile, Vaishya. Even we can be a Kshatriya, or even we can be a Brahmana, on all their respective habits and qualities. In certain Varna and ashram, they have respective habit and respective qualities. So all these are only external distinction. And Haridas Thakur says, there's no way to determine, no way by looking at this, oh, I born in a Brahmana family, by default, I'm a sadhu. Oh, I born in a Kshatriya family, by default, I'm a... No way it's a determination. It's no way to determine who is sadhu. Then he continues. He says, the chief characteristic of a sadhu. What is the chief characteristic of sadhu? That is complete surrender to Krishna, which is not dependent on a certain varna or ashrama. Please underline the statement, complete surrender to Krishna. Sometimes when we look at the senior devotee, junior devotee, the senior must respect the junior must respect this. What is that seniority and juniority? Please mark my statement nicely. The seniority of the devotee is not by the years in the movement. I'm 30 years in the movement. I'm 40 years in the movement. Therefore, I'm senior. No. The seniority according to your surrender to Krishna. I've given an example yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, right? Keshava Maharaj and Bhakti Sarvajya Maharaj, they are very much younger to me. They are all in 40s, right? And they are in the movement maybe for the last, 20 years, 15 years. But I am in this movement for the last 32 years. Can I just go and tell them, well, I am your senior? No. When I see them, I have to fall flat, offering dandavat at their lotus feet. So how we can determine? The determination of a devotee is not by the years in the society. The determination of the seniority is how complete their surrender to Krishna. We can see a devotee who just joined just 5 years ago. But if that devotee is fully surrendered, we should worship him as our senior. All right? But when we see a devotee who are very senior, 30, 40 years, but still they got attitude problem, what we need to do? We need to honor him through our mind, that's all. We study that in Nectar of Instruction. They all comes under Kanishta. When you see a Kanishta, offer our respect through our mind. When we look at Madhyama, Madhyama means the devotee who are very serious, dedicated, and very intellectual. All right? We should open our mind and heart, talk to them. Even they can be junior to us. When we see Uttama Adhikari, we have to surrender our life and soul to them and accept them as our spiritual master. All right? So this is the chief characteristic of a sadhu. The chief characteristic of a sadhu, we understand. All right? That is, chief characteristic of sadhu is complete surrender. Okay? Complete surrender. And doesn't depend on certain varna or ashram. Doesn't matter whether which family he is born from. Okay? So, through the example of Raghunath Das, Sri Chaitanya taught how the Grahastha Vaishnava should act. Who taught? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, it's like this. The married man should enter household with the mind steady fixed in the service of Krishna. Not enamored by the sense gratification. So that means the men who get married or getting into the family life, they should have a steady mind of fixed service to Krishna. That means I am taking up a wife and I'm building a family. So I am going to engage my wife in your service, my Lord. And all the children that I'm going to be that they're going to be born of me are going to be your dedicated servant. Right? So your mind should fix in the service of Krishna and not get carried away by sense gratification. What sense gratification? Not enamored by sense gratification. Because marriage life means what? It's a license to sexual pleasure. That means your sex is illegal. If not, it's illegal or illicit. So what is the purpose of the sex? To produce children. Not like, we can't even compare the human sex activity with animals. They are worse than animals. Why? Because the animal have sex just to produce puppies. You don't see animals simply go and make love or have sex for happiness. Suddenly, it's very cold weather, so conducive. Have sex. They don't do that. They only do it for the children. But human are not like that. The human being have all the characteristic of animal. The animal sleep, we also sleep. The animal eat, the dog eat, we also eat. The dog take care of the puppies, we also take care of children. The dog have sex, we also have sex. There's no difference between dog and man. So we are human in the animal form. We are animal in the human form. All right? Everything is equal. But human being is even further degraded in characteristic I'm talking about. Of course, by birth, they are very much advanced than animals. But in characteristic, they are even further degraded because the man can have sex whimsically. The highest pleasure in this material world is sexual pleasure until they become so crazy. Then they start to create the level of madness in sex addiction is so terrible. Until formerly they used to have brothel, prostitution center, right? But later, as Kali Yuga, this thing, they start to create this kind of porn stuff, porn movie, porn, pornography. So people are becoming even more crazier because this is the distinct. So a grasta must remember, the reason I'm getting married, I'm creating a children, a family, is to produce Krishna conscious children, not to live lesser than the animal life. All right? So it's not enamored by sense gratification. And in this way, the householder can gradually cross the ocean of material existence. So like that, they can cross the ocean of material existence. That means they can be liberated from this condition. Instead of playing as a false renunciate, Markatta Vairagi, enjoying the sense of the cloth of a sannyasi, it is better to take only things necessary for survival in this material world. So what does it, Haridas Thakur is mentioning here? Like some people like to, like some people, they don't want grasta, but they want to become like sannyasi. Because in India, sannyasis are naturally respected. Sannyasis are naturally worshipped. Right? The sannyasis are naturally respected and naturally worshipped. So they become sannyasi, false renunciate. Okay? And they are known as Markatta Vairagi. Okay? So these are the people enjoying the sense in the cloth of sannyasi. People come and worship them. People come and offer them. People come and always talk to you, like that. So it is better to take only things which is necessary for survival than in the material world than to pretend. Okay? So better to take those things which is necessary, right, in the survival, and while cultivating non-attachment. Okay? One should always be internally fixed on Krishna. Please mark this word. Though externally one may act according to the one's social custom. So what one should internally fixed on Krishna. That means even that you are living in this material condition, material world, you have to perform your duty in Varna and Ashram. You are a Grihastha, you born in certain family, you still have to perform all these kind of things. But internally fix your mind on Krishna. Even though externally, you may act according to your social custom in Varna and Ashram. Krishna quickly delivers such Grihastha Vaishnavas. So Krishna will definitely quickly will deliver these Grihastha ashram Vaishnavas. So when Raghunath Das gave up his household life, okay, when Raghunath Das, there's one of the associate of Lord Chaitanya, gave up household life, he has taken sannyas. The Lord gave him instruction of the life of renunciation. He gave the instruction. If you want to be renunciation, if you want to become sannyasi, what is the thing? So now, this is the characteristic of sannyasi. Number one should neither listen to materialistic conversation. They should not listen to any materialistic nonsense or prajalpa, nor speak materialistic topic to others. That means they don't talk any custom, Oh, now Trump is crazy, went and invade Venezuela. What is it? All this nonsense, they don't talk. Should not talk. Neither listen nor speak. Then one should not eat fancy food. They don't eat fancy food. They don't wear fancy clothing. All right? Sometimes we see that, oh, sannyasi, they like to dress up in a modern dress. All right? I don't want to mention anything. But anyway, wear fancy clothing. One should always chant the holy name. They should always chant. And he should respecting all. Then, without expecting honor, then meditate on external service to Radha and Krishna in Vraja within his mind. So, he always meditate in the mood of Radha and Krishna. All right? Serving Radha and Krishna in Vraja in his mind. He always should meditate. I'm serving Radha and Krishna. Okay? Now, the principal characteristic is one. There's only one principal characteristic, namely surrender to Krishna's name. That is the principle, which will prevail in all sadhus. All the sadhus is something which is common. No matter what varna or ashram, grihastha or sannyasi, okay, doesn't matter. However, according to ashram and varna, the secondary characteristic will differ to some degree. What is the secondary characteristic? Can anyone tell me? What is secondary characteristic? Marginal, right? Marginal, right? We have studied that. So the secondary characteristic will differ. All right? If you are a young grihastha, you won't talk about renunciation. Even though you are strict, but sometimes you may have a romantic exchange with your wife. But if you are a middle-aged grihastha, you may have respect to your wife because your wife is sacrificing everything to bring up your children. Right? When you are older grihastha, you mind your own business by this thing, but because you are coming into the level of vanaprastha, retiring from family life. So you are in grihastha. In ashrama, first you are a grihastha. In varna, okay, and you have many characteristics. When you're young, you have romantic feeling. If you don't have romance, you won't produce children. In the middle-aged grihastha, you might be a kind of respecting, oh, look at my wife, sacrificing everything. And you're older Vaishnava, that's it. So like that. So like that is, the characteristic may differ to some degree. Even if there appears some bad element of fault in a person, even if there appears some bad element of fault in a person, if he has the chief characteristic, when there appears some bad element of fault, but still if he has the chief characteristic, what is the chief characteristic? Surrender to Krishna. Okay? He must be considered a sadhu. Again, even if a person appears to have some bad element or a fault, some. What is the word some means? That means they may have some little character, not not the what they call the main character. Because as a conditioned soul, we also have some characters. Okay, or some bad element. But at the same time, if he has the chief characteristic, what is the chief characteristic? He have surrendered to Lord Krishna. All right. He must be considered a sadhu. Very, very important. That is why I do not look down or any become a judgmental to any kind of Vaishnava, whether they are from ISKCON or any of our Gaudiya Math. I am neutral. I always remain neutral. Because anyone who are under the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tree, to become a Gaudiya Vaishnava, it is considered a kind of biggest boon in life. It must be very fortunate. And everyone who have become very firm in sadhana, they have some kind of bhava or some kind of mellow taste. And I was so curious about it. What they have. So I was in my own way, I read from everybody and I adore everybody. I don't make any distinction. All right. Because sometimes they ask why you're doing this. Right. I said, well, I want to know what is their internal, what actually runs in your mind. So they also can have, but we understand here, even if there's some characteristic or whatever, they are still considered sadhu. And this sadhu has to be respected and served by all. Okay. And this is the Krishna statement in Bhagavad Gita. What he says, when one has developed a taste for chanting the pure name, when one has developed a taste of chanting a pure name, it will say that chanting just one time will destroy the influence of past sins. Are you all following me? When one has developed the taste for chanting of pure name, just chanting one time will destroy the influence of the past sin. Remember, pure name, not on namabas. Sometimes you say, hey, I'm in namabas. Okay, I chant Hare Krishna once, all my sins. No. If one has developed, he has developed the taste for chanting the pure name, Shuddha Nam. And they say if they simply just chanting one time, it will destroy the influence of all past sins. But after that, it's also mentioned, but some remnants of such sin may still remain. Some remnants of those sin may still remain. But they will completely vanish by the influence of the holy name. Because they go on chanting, all the things will sin. Since these traces of sin will quickly go, since all these sins will go, that person is known as the most righteous person. Okay. Of course, if the materialist sees those traces of sin in a Vaishnava sadhu, he may consider that the sadhu is just like a materialistic sinner. So when we as a devotee, when we start to see, eventually they'll be good. But if a materialistic man sees that, oh, this guy, and they start to do dosa kirtan, they'll go to the internet, they start to write about them, criticize them, talk all kind of nonsense about them and all these kind of things. So can we call them as a sadhu? Can we call them as a devotee? No. Because here it says, if a materialistic man, the materialist sees such traces of sin, they may consider that sadhu is just like a materialistic sinner. So even they can be garbed in the devotee, but now we make a distinction. Well, they are not a devotee at all. They are still materialistic people. If he should criticize the sadhu, that means when the person sees some defect and they criticize the sadhu, because the sadhu has traces of sin coming from his previous sinful activity, he is committing sadhu ninda. This is when we are talking about sadhu ninda. Okay, how? Where if he should criticize a sadhu because he sees some traces of sin which is coming from his previous activity, right? Previous activity. So when we start to see the compare, okay, when we see a great, good sadhu, suddenly we see he's talking some, he do some kind of activity because of some little traces from this thing. And they take it and they glorify, they make it big, and they start to create gossip and talk. They call dosha kirtan. Dosha. In Malay also we call dosha. Dosa means sin. Dosa. But here we call dosa kirtan. We always must do Hari Kirtan. Propagate Hari Kirtan. But they go propagate the fault of that devotee. This flaw, you know. Dosa kirtan. So this is the call committing sadhu ninda. Okay, it's a grievous offense. And now Haridas Thakur is making a strong statement. He say he is to be considered a rascal. Again, I explained to you what is rascal means. All right, we talk about fool, idiot, stupid. This is all lower level. Rascal means chronically stupid. So these people are considered rascal because of his fault in criticizing a Vaishnava. Because of his fault in criticizing Vaishnava. And now, by this nama aparadha offense to the one who have surrendered to the name, now is the most scariest part. He falls directly under the wrath of Krishna. Oh my God. He falls directly under the wrath of Krishna. It's considered a doomsday. Krishna is, just now we chant the mantra, what he says? Dina Bandhu. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, ocean of mercy. Dina Bandhu, the friend of the fallen, so merciful. And he loves us so much. What happens if we fall directly under the wrath? We are talking about wrath. What is wrath means? Extreme anger, like Narsingadev. Wrath. Oh. He came and tear open Hiranyakasipu because he offended his Prahlad. Right? He directly falls under the wrath of Krishna. Okay. So now is 10:14. Shall we take a short break? All right. I just want you to meditate on what we have read. Just give you a second just to internalize, because this is a very, very, very important topic. All right. So now it's 10:40. We just take a 2 minutes break. I want you to get up, just take a water and this thing, and join us shortly. Hare Krishna. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now we understand. So, offending a devotee, it is not a joke. It is, we fall directly to the wrath of Krishna. So, when Krishna comes in a great wrath, wrath means extreme anger. Extreme anger, imagine all the fortune will be gone. Hey, why this thing is moving like this? Can you hear me? Can you see the screen? Devotees?
Can Prabhu?
Can you hear me?
Can.
Can, huh? Hey, why this
Can.
thing? I mean, okay. Suddenly the thing is spinning. That's why I was wondering why. Okay. So now, the next statement. It is concluded that one who is solely devoted to Krishna and sings his name is known as sadhu. That is what? It is a conclusion. It is a conclusion. It is concluded, right? So the conclusion is one who is solely devoted to Krishna and no one else, only to Krishna, then sings his name is known as sadhu. Okay? We should remember, we cannot see anyone who wears saffron come to Malaysia from India, where, oh, sadhu is here, devotee is here, all right? Like this thing. But that means, in other words, I'm referring to, like we have seen so many bogus swamis comes to Malaysia, you know, they come and talk nonsense, Mayavadi, and all this kind of Sittar. Now Sittar are coming, and yogis who are supposed to meditate in Himalayas now traveling to Malaysia. and they give some kind of blessings, all this kind of nonsense. They are not considered sadhu. All right. So now the next statement, other than the devotees of Krishna, no one else is considered to be sadhu. Please underline the statement. Other than devotees of Krishna, no one is considered to be a sadhu. All right. So we should protect ourselves from not getting entangled to all these bogus guys who come from India in the name of yogi and all these kind of things. We worship them. Oh, sadhu is here. No. Okay. The next statement. One who considers himself sadhu, a person who thinks, yes, I am a sadhu, but is filled with material pride. One who considers himself a sadhu is filled with material pride. That means a sadhu don't even consider himself as sadhu. You got it? Right? So as example, all right, now, okay, now I am doing a lot of classes, I'm giving my own example. I'm doing a lot of classes. I'm doing this. Oh, okay, I've created, I feel a kind of pride in me. Right? And I start to think, oh, actually, I am a sadhu. So here is a warning. Those who consider himself as sadhu is actually filled with material pride. Then the next statement, Haridas Thakur is saying, but one who thinks himself to be the lowest rascal humbly takes shelter at the lotus, shelter of Krishna and sings Krishna's name. These are the real sadhu. How is that so? If one thinks himself as the lowest rascal, when you look at all the fools in the world, I am the most foolish. I am idiot. I am nothing. When a person thinks himself as the lowest rascal, at that time, he humbly takes shelter of the Krishna and sings Krishna's name. These are the real sadhu. Okay, how to understand this? When we accept initiation, we get the title behind Das or Dasi. Like my name is Padita Tarna Jagannath Das. What does that mean? Padita means fallen. Tarana means uplifter. Who? The Lord Jagannath. So I am the servant of the Lord Jagannath who uplifts the fallen. All right. So, Mangala Rukmini Mataji, that's your initiated name, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, Mangala Rukmini. Mangala means what? Mangala means
auspicious.
Rukmini means the wife, the principal wife of Krishna. In Dwaraka. And she is behind as a title Dasi. So that means she is the servant of that auspicious Rukmini. Then we have another name, Purna Rupini. Purna means complete. Rupini means completely beautiful. So Purna Rupini means completely beautiful. That means the name of Radharani. So she is the servant of the most completely beautiful one. Purna Rupini. Right? And next one, Sudha Sindhu. Sudha means very auspicious. Sindhu, the ocean of auspiciousness. Devi Dasi. So she is the servant of Srimati Radharani who is completely auspicious. The ocean of auspicious. Vaishnava Kamala, all right? Kamala Devi, Vaishnavi Kamala, all right. So there's a Manjari called Kamala. Okay, do you know what is Vaishnava Kamala means? Who is that Vaishnavi Kamala?
Radharani, Prabhu. Radharani's eyes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the two senior devotees told me, Mataj, Prabhu, after initiation.
Vaishnavi Kamala is the Kamala Manjari.
Oh, Kamala Manjari, Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Vaishnavi Kamala. Your daughter got a beautiful name, all right? So like that, now Vaishnava Kripa. Vaishnava Kripa Das. That means Vaishnava Kripa is the Vaishnava who has so much of mercy. Kripa, Kribe. So Vaishnava Kripa Das. So we are all given the Das at the behind. So when we are given the word Das or Dasi, we should identify ourselves as servant. Now I want to ask a question. How many of you got a housemate in your house? Mangala Rukmini Mataji, do you have a housemate?
Alternate days. Not at home, not totally
Okay.
home.
Did you had a full-time maid before?
No, Prabhu, just for a short time only.
No, never had, is it?
Never had full time. Just had very short time.
Any one of you got a full-time maid in your house before? Anyone? Any one of you got a housemaid before? Not now, but before. You have a maid that's staying in your house. No one. All right. Okay, no one. All right. Now, let's look at this. Now, the maids that comes 2 weeks once, we respect them, right? Mangala Rukmini Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
If we show our tantrum, they'll run away. Finish. Then we have to clean our house by ourselves, right?
Yes, Prabhu. Cannot complain.
The same thing happened to my family also. When 2 weeks once, when maid comes, we feel like as though God has come to the house to clean. But what happens if you have a full-time maid? When you have a maid in your house, when she clean your house very nicely, you don't praise her. Oh, Chantela, you chuchi ruma. We don't praise her. But if we see any fault in the maid, we will criticize her. Yes or not?
Yeah.
Yes or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
Huh?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes you say what they are not doing properly. We have to say it out.
No, I'm saying about what happens if the maid that stays in your house. Have you seen people are having a maid staying in their house, Mataji?
I have, yes, Prabhu. But
Okay,
they are very respected and they are treating them very well. And they are very happy with them, you know.
Oh, that is a very rare case. All right. So, okay, they respect. Do they give them a nice, comfortable room or they give them a last room?
They give them comfortable room, Prabhu.
Wow, it's
Treat
amazing.
them as one of their part of the family. So that's why they are lasting very long.
This is Kali Yuga miracle. But usually they don't do that. This is very amazing. Okay, it's very rare. Usually when we have a maid, we give them a maid room. Even when they build a house, they say, this is maid room, a small tiny room. The maid are not given proper facility. They're given a bed and this thing maybe got a fan, not even aircon. Right? Then the maid will do. Before we wake up, the maid have to wake up early in the morning. She has to start cleaning the house from morning till night. And we will be sitting and shaking leg and they'll be going around doing all the work. Sometimes we eat the plate and put there, the maid will take and wash. We don't even want to lift our finger to do that. Okay, nowadays, of course, the maids have to be respected. If not, they'll run away. We are in big headache. But those days I'm talking about, right? Because I've seen my neighbor's house. Every day she has to wake up and wash the car. Every morning. And I've seen her shouting at the maid and everything. So the maid is always quiet. That is what maid is all about. Maid means servant. The maid don't ask for rights. The maid cannot say, hey, I wake up before you, I clean all the house. You don't respect me. Yeah? The maid don't say that. Okay, Tuan, sorry, Tuan. Whatever we eat, the good food, they'll be given the remnants. Or maybe maid have to give her something else. Even sometimes I have seen when you go for a restaurant, or the whole family will be sitting here, the maid will be sitting in one corner and eating some. They'll be eating some nice dishes. They'll be given something. But the maid don't protest. So this is an example. I'm giving a perverted example. But now think about ourselves. Our goal is to become the maid servant of Srimati Radharani. When we want to become the maid servant of Srimati Radharani, so we are actually maid. The Das and Dasi means servant. So we are the maid. As a maid, we don't demand any recognition. As a maid, we don't demand any recognition. People can come and tell anything, you just, yes, boss, sorry, boss, just shake your head. We have to come to that level. So that is what I used to give this example, but now I'm reading it here. Previous reading, I don't remember seeing this. Vaishnava Prabhu, do you remember seeing this, Prabhu?
No, Prabhu.
Yeah. This is a kind of new revelation for me also. That's why I'm reading this. How come I missed this before? So, this is what? When we are Das or Dasi, when we accept a spiritual master, we offer our body, mind, soul to the spiritual master, because spiritual master is Plava. Plava means boat that can cross the ocean of material suffering. The final layer of this place called Ahankar, which is not easy to break, but only by the mercy of spiritual master, he brings the boat. So when we are in the boat of the spiritual master, we have to be humbly serve. So when we are all initiated devotees, we must remember this one thing. I am the servant. I am not the master. When we walk into the temple, when we wash our leg outside, when we put a slipper and wash our leg, when we put our leg into the temple, I am not a doctor, I'm not an engineer, I am not this, I am not that, I'm not Datto, I'm not Datin, I'm not this and that. I am a servant. So when there's a senior servant tell, hey, you, go and wash the pot, we humbly go and wash the pot. We don't say, who are you to tell me? You know, who am I? Right? This is all very important. Okay? How many of you hearing this for the first time? How many of you hearing this for the first time? No one? Thumbs up. Oh, you all heard this before, is it? Okay. But now, how many of you think these can be, that you want to practice this as a servant? Hello? Am I speaking too heavy until Mangalar? Okay. This what happened. All so quiet. All right. The truth has to be spoken as it is. I'm
Yes,
so sorry
Prabhu.
if I'm offending
Yes,
anyone.
Prabhu.
Yeah.
We
So,
are a servant
sorry.
to God, really.
Yeah.
And we are servants till now.
Yes.
Each step that we are keeping, I mean, we step forward. Every step has been counted, what we are doing, what we are thinking. It's why we take this, because we are servants for the
Very
God.
good. I'm very happy that you are just picked up chanting yesterday, and today you can come to that mentality. That is very good progress. It's a very quick progress.
Thank
So
you.
starting it in a very nice way. Starting it, always think that I am the servant. Your life in your spiritual path will be very successful. Very nice. Thank you. So,
Thank you.
so now, this is what. So we should always remember, I am going to the temple. I am not the master. I am the servant. Right? So this is what it's mentioned here, that if one thinks himself lowest rascal, humbly take shelter of Krishna and sings Krishna's name, these are the real sadhu. But sometimes don't imitate. You know, sometimes that I'm always astonished. Whenever we say, when we look at when you look online in YouTube, in a WhatsApp group, Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandavat Pranam. What is Dandavat means? Falling flat. Falling fully, offering my respect. Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandavat Pranam. How are you, Prabhu? Dandavat this and Dandavat that. But when we see face to face, they don't even want to acknowledge you. Right? I want to give you one real life example. Many months, or I think last year, Ram Navami, I was in KL. I was in Kuala Lumpur, SGM KL, and they were having that drama and all these kind of things. There's one particular devotee, always in the WhatsApp group, always when she, I shouldn't have said the word she. So whenever the person sees and they say, oh, Dandavat Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Dandavat. But that day, that person was just right in front of me, talking to the person beside me. And I was talking to another person. I looked at her, she looked at me and make dono. Then I approached her. I said, I was sitting and looking at her. I said, do you know that we used to communicate online, WhatsApp? Do you know that we are friends? Say, yes. Do you know that we are friends in this thing? Yes. But whenever we talk online, you say, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Dandavat, we are doing this program. Please share in your group, this and that. Yes? Yes, I do. But when we meet face to face, why don't you acknowledge me? And she got a shock. She was so surprised that I asked her on the face. Of course, I didn't fight with her. I just said, why? Why when we see each other, you don't even want to acknowledge me? I'm
Hare
surprised.
Krishna Prabhu. Hare
Yes,
Krishna
Mataji.
Prabhu. Can we do that to all our devotees that were ignoring us, even though they are very close to us?
Hey.
I don't think I will
do
go
it.
and do like Prabhu is very daring, Prabhu.
No. Because that person is like, so we used to communicate so nicely. Then I just looked at it, I say, how come you don't want to acknowledge me? You know, why you don't acknowledge, why you don't even, I'm looking at you, I'm a guest here, and you are the devotee here. You didn't even want to acknowledge me. What is this? But the guest like, Appa ini. And she felt so bad. No, actually, I don't mean anything like that. No, I'm just wondering. No, because when I was just thinking, for the first few days, I was thinking, online, we say Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandavat. But when we see each other face to face, don't even acknowledge. We know very well. Sometimes Facebook friend. When I post something, whoa, Prabhu, you are doing the blah, 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 blah. But say face it. That means what kind of is this? And she felt so bad. And ever since then, whenever I came for Radha Yatra, she saw me from the Hare Krishna Prabhu. I said, Hare Krishna. Okay, relax. So like that. So we must remember. If you think you want to be the sadhu, we should always have this thing in our mind. Never take pride. Because there's nothing so pride about in life. And I learned this from Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu is my biggest inspiration. Can I say something about you, Prabhu? How I'm inspired? Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu is very humble and meek. Yes?
So many others you can choose from, Prabhu.
No. With your permission, I need to say this.
Yeah.
Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu is a Datto. And he is a royal physician. He was the royal physician, Sultan of Perlis. When Sultan of Perlis became the king, he was the physician to the king. He had a lavish life, beautiful, wonderful life, and traveled the world in style. And despite all these things, he became a Krishna conscious devotee at the age of 70, right? 70. And today he's 82. And I'm always think about him. I always talk about him. He always very humble and extremely meek. Very humble. And this is what the quality that I pray to Krishna that he grant upon me. I'm saying this not to this thing, but I'm saying this is one example. Because now we see, like sometimes Prabhu used to share, even in the classes. Yes, once upon a time I was like that, but today I can't be like that. All the life that he lived, but now he only can have it in his remembrance. So what does that mean? I learned something from Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu is this. Our pride in life will only remain in your remembrance. That's all. You can't go back to that life. Therefore, it is temporary. Once upon a time when I was doing business, like some of you knows, 27, I became a millionaire. And the life that I lived was amazing. But 33, Krishna took everything away from me. And I was declared bankrupt. So, what happened to all the name, pride, fame? I have the best memory of being a successful person. And I have the horrifying memory of losing everything. So, Krishna put me in this anxiety for 14 years as a bankrupt. And of course, last December, at last Krishna decided to remove my bankruptcy. I can't believe it. Because my bankruptcy rate was so high, 600 or 1,000. There's no way I can get discharged. But I got discharged. Krishna's received. But now, after I got discharged, of course, I fell sick for a week. I can't even think about it. I felt like a zombie because something which I never really thought. But what I realized this thing. But I'm always telling myself, all right, once I got it, so I don't want to have it anymore. So when I see this, I remember whatever things that we have in our life, the pride is not worth blowing it off. Not what they call blowing the trumpet, but it's called blowing your own trumpet. Not worth boasting. You know, I'm formally this. I am that. My children are this. My children are successful. My children are doctors. Oh, I have this. No, not worth it. Because all these only in your memory. And there's nothing. The memory, you cannot bring back, manifest it back. So, it's always worth to become humble. In motivation, the rules of motivation we always teach, because I'm a motivator. We always tell yourself you are great. Always tell that I am great, I am fantastic, I am awesome. But here in spiritual life, we must always say, I am a fool, I am a humble, I am a servant. It is not a way of degrading yourself, or this is not the way of creating this kind of negative mental affirmation. But this affirmation, if you start to think, because here the statement Haridas Thakur says, if one thinks, you don't need to act. Just think, I am the servant. I am the lowest rascal. You don't need to go and tell everybody. When you go and tell, this also can be a kind of pride. You know, Prabhu, I'm a bloody fool. Can you imagine? Once there's one person giving class. You know, I am such a fool, you know, I cannot speak Sanskrit. What does that mean? I was so shocked. And I was just thinking, what this guy is up to? In the class, he's telling, I am a fool, and he started laughing. And he said, I don't know anything, and he started laughing. That's not humbleness. That is pretending. That is, okay, now you may think, hey, why am I talking about devotees here? We're supposed not to talk about devotee. I just remembered in Bhakti Aloka. Can you all remember what Bhakti Vinod Thakur mentioning about quoting a devotee? Can anyone remember those who have attended the Bhakti Aloka? Vaishnava Prabhu, do you remember? We can quote the fault of a devotee and it's not an offense. If what? Remember? Vaishnava Prabhu? Yes, Prabhu?
Come again, Prabhu?
In Bhakti Aloka,
Yeah.
Bhakti Vinod Thakur saying, you can quote a fault of a devotee and it's not an offense. If what? For what?
If it improves him.
Not improve him, no. Chiang Prabhu? I saw you unmute. If?
No. Actually,
Is the truth of him, is it, Prabhu?
No, not truth.
For
So-
learning purposes and clarification.
Yes. Very good. Correct. Fantastic. For learning purposes. So when we quote a devotee just for the sake of learning, but not creating dosa kirtan, we are not going to criticize him. Just for the sake of learning, it's not an offense. So that's what I'm saying, right? Like the devotee who come and give class with so much of pride and so much of showmanship, right? So we always must tell ourselves, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you have to be as humble as a grass and as tolerant as a tree. That's when you can come to the level of Shuddha Nam. You can chant the holy name purely. How? As tall, as humble as a grass. When you step on the grass don't protest. When people step on your head, let it be, let it be. When people do dosa kirtan against you, when they say just tolerate, tolerate, tolerate. In that kind of condition, when there is no acceleration in your senses, that's when your sense can capture the pure name of the Lord. So it's worth it. Now, Haridas Thakur is continuing. Knowing himself to be less than a blade of grass. Okay, it's mentioned here. Knowing himself to be lesser than the blade of grass. Considering himself like a tree of tolerance. And next statement. Not expecting honor for himself. But at the same time, he giving honor to all other living entity. He doesn't care about his honor, but he's ever prepared to give honor to others. He chants the name and he attains the attraction for Krishna. So these are the people. What happened? If a person of the above qualities, please mark this word, the person of above qualities. What quality? The person who know himself lesser than the blade of grass, who consider himself as tolerant, who does not expect any honor, but always ready to give honor to others. These are the qualities. If a person chants the holy name even once, he is considered a Vaishnava and should be respected. The Vaishnava is the friend and spiritual leader of the universe. And the Vaishnava can be in any form. Right? A Vaishnava is not a someone who are good looking, stout body, with a beautiful tilak on his head. Right? A Vaishnava can be a person who don't wear a dhoti, which is crumpled, who don't even iron his dhoti, who wears a crumpled dhoti. Right? Who apply the tilak in a very awkward way. Who sometimes don't even brush the teeth can be even yellow. Who don't even cut his hair. Sometimes the hair will be messy. Or can't even afford to cut his hair. Who can look very normal. He can look as a very normal person. All right? These are the Vaishnavas. So Vaishnava is not the person who dress well, looks good and all. I mean, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we cannot underestimate any devotee with tilak. In simple word. Right? We don't expect. I have seen a person. I'll give you an example. A person who are short, dark, very dark, black. It's not dark, black. Who got a weird hairstyle. Who have a voice like you know that kichi coral, right? I don't know how to say it in English. Who wear a dhoti and kurta, which is not properly ironed and crumpled. That means he washed the thing, he dried and take and wear. Right? I have seen him before. And I never paid attention to him. But later, when I start to develop friendship with him, that's when I'm surprised. He's a walking encyclopedia. He knows Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavad Gita by heart. He's a walking encyclopedia. So, do not when you wear tilak also, you don't wear proper tilak. You just you can see the thing like go saying it, go here, go there, you know, like that. He was given a car by a devotee. He accepted it and gave the car to someone else. All right, there's another devotee got a car which is always breakdown, not a good condition car. I mean, okay, but not so good. But I mean, no proper aircon. Of course, good condition, can travel and everything. Okay, A person gave him a car as a gift. Prabhu, you're such a great devotee, you know. You're going around doing this kind of seva. Give him a car. He bought a brand new car and gave it to him. But as a devotee, he cannot reject. He accepted it. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. He took the car. Then he called another devotee, come here. You always got problem with your car, right? Yes. Now take this car. Give me your car. I said, really? You did that? Yeah, Prabhu. What for? Why I need a car? Oh my God. All right. So this is example. So these we should be respected. The Vaishnava is the friend of and the spiritual leader of the universe. He's not only friend, but the leader of the universe. He is an ocean of mercy. Kripa Sindhu. Kripa means ocean. Kripa means mercy. Sindhu means ocean. Okay? To all living entities, he's the ocean. And now the thing is, whoever criticizes such Vaishnava goes to hell birth after birth. And there is no path for real liberation other than bhakti. And bhakti is obtained only by the mercy of Vaishnava. Please underline the statement. Very strong statement. Whoever criticizes such Vaishnava, whoever means doesn't matter. He goes to hell birth after birth. That means for many, many births, he will go to hell and burn horribly. Okay. Then the next statement, because there is no path for real liberation other than bhakti. If you're not performing bhakti, you can never achieve liberation. Then this bhakti is obtained, only obtained by the mercy of Vaishnava. Only the Vaishnava can bless you and grant you this bhakti. Okay? Any questions so far? In the pure Vaishnava resides Krishna's energy of bhakti. In the pure Vaishnava resides the energies of bhakti. And also resides Ladini and Samvit. Thus, by contacting a Vaishnava, one can also receive Krishna bhakti. Now you understand, when you look at Krishna, when you look at a pure devotee, immediately you get attracted to chant. That's why when you go to India, don't hire tour guide. The thing, we are going for a pilgrimage, of course, to get darshan of the personality of Godhead. But secondary, you need to get a darshan, or you need to get association or instruction from the pure devotees. In comparison, pure devotee or the darshan of the Lord, the pure devotee is even higher. People go for pilgrimage to India. They walk, go to say, this is the temple, Rupa Goswami built. This is the temple, this is the Radha Gopinath. This is the Radha, okay, now let's go to the next place. That kind of pilgrimage is the pilgrimage for the crow. C-R-O-W, Kaka, is the pilgrimage of the crows. How the crow come, sit, phew, they fly away. It's useless. I'm not saying we'll study that in Srimad Bhagavatam. The place of the pilgrimage for the crow. So we should not do that. If you get a chance to go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, go and associate with devotees. If you go somewhere, you meet a person, go and tell them, Hare Krishna, how are you? If they can speak to you in English, associate with devotees. When you see some devotees are performing bhajan, sit with them and hear, look at their ecstasy and pray to that devotee. My dear Prabhu, I hope I can get the same rasa as what you're having now. That's supposed to be the way, not simply go on a marathon. All right. So thus, by contacting a Vaishnava, Now the word that we should highlight is contacting a Vaishnava. It's not only associating or sitting with him, talking to him or what. Just by in contact. When we see a sadhu, spiritual master, whoever comes to this country, when you go there, you get connected. Of course, he's there somewhere, he's talking, but when you look at him, you're contacting. What happened? He can also receive Krishna Bhakti. Can you see? That is how powerful is sadhu or Vaishnava. For this reason, also the food remnants, the food water, and the dust, food dust from the pure Vaishnava are three powerful articles for creating bhakti. Sometimes when you see the Vaishnava, they eat the food. After they eat, there's a remnant there. Michomidi. If you can get a small little morsel, it's a great mercy. Secondly, the food water. All right. Okay, let me give you my experience. When my spiritual master, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, Guru Maharaj came. All right. This is what I'm talking about around 10 years ago, something like that, in Todu, Penang. That time, Guru Maharaj was having his lunch. And everybody was outside waiting. I mean, there's a few devotees, because I saw him going, then I just followed his back. I was waiting outside. Suddenly, one devotee brought the food that eaten remnant in one handful. In one handful. He brought the thing. Then I looked at him, he said, is it Guru Maharaj Mahaprasadam? He said, yes. Only, no, I have to share with many people, you know. I said, look here, I'm not asking for the whole thing. Just give me one morsel. Just give me one morsel of rice. Just one morsel. Right? And they looked at me and said, what do you want? I just want one morsel. Even one morsel is pure nectar. And yeah, of course, he felt so bad when I said that. Just give me one morsel. I don't want everything. No, Prabhu, please take. I said, no. I just took one morsel, I put it in my mouth. Until today, I can remember the taste. It's very powerful. Then secondly, the food water. When these kind of Maharaj or great devotees, they come, they will do the Pada Puja. And I remember during my younger times, 20 over years ago, when my spiritual master came to Ipoh, all right, they did a Pada Puja. They do the washing leg and they put the pot in front. So I took the thing and I just sprinkled, and my mother looked at me very disgustingly. Yeah. When I looked at my mother, you know what I did? I purposely took the water and started drinking. My mother, "Ayyo, what has gone wrong with you, crazy fella? But maybe that is what saved me from all kind of danger. It's very powerful. Of course, the food dust. When the spiritual master goes, take the dust and put on your head. That's why when you go to holy places, it's the place filled with the dust of pure Vaishnava. So we are going to the holy place to take the dust, lotus feet, the dust of their feet from the pure Vaishnava. So these three powerful articles is for creating bhakti. You got it? If one stays near the pure Vaishnava for some time, one can receive the bhakti energy flowing from his body. Like we have seen so many examples. When Prabhupada, they stay with Prabhupada and everything, they immediately start to change because the energy is flowing. If one can bind that energy within one's heart, I mean, after catching the energy, he binds it within the heart. Manasila katti poda vicha. Then after having developed strong faith, bhakti will develop and one's body will begin to tremble in ecstasy. That's when the body starts trembling. Thus, by living close to a Vaishnava, soon devotion will appear in one's heart. First, such person begin chanting the holy name. Number one, what they do? They start to chant the holy name. Then, by the power of the name, he will receive all good qualities. He will get all the good qualities. Number three, this is the particular power of the Uttama Adhikari. So this is the word Uttama Adhikari. Uttama Adhikari means the pure devotees, the highest level. We have three devotees. First is Kanishta, that is the starting neophyte. Second is Madhyama, the one in the middle. And finally, the highest is Uttama, or the pure devotee of Krishna. Right? So, So with this, or this is because the next topic is very important, all right? I think I need to take a long time to discuss this because this is quite common because the Vaishnava sometimes criticize for 4 counts. That means the most important by the caste, right? Especially the Indians, they like to criticize the Vaishnava according to his birth caste. You know that Swamiji? Yeah, he's from that caste, So this takes lots of example, right? But anyway, we just look at a synopsis. The criticism of 4 counts. One is by the birth caste or his previous sin. Formally that the devotee is a murderer, all right, like that. Or any fault that you have done in life. Or sometimes unpremeditated accident, act of sin, and present or trace of previous sinful activity. So these are the 4 things that also can destroy. Okay, what we should that we should not criticize. All right. So these are the 4 things, and I think this one I want to take a solid new session to discuss this. All right. So please mark your book because my book is still downstairs, and my children have taken the book and haven't put it back here. So I'm not sure which page. All right. Please mark a Vaishnava may be criticized in 4 counts. This is going to be the discussion on Friday. All right. So with this, we start the session. Today is Bogi. What they call Mahabhogi or something like that. Bogi Pandigay, right? Today is the day that we burn all the unwanted things from the house. The idea is not simply take and burn all the unwanted things, but basically to burn all our anarthas. On this Bogi Pandigay, today is Bogi, let's burn all of our anarthas and burn all our belief system that has been limiting ourselves. Let's pray to Krishna and Srila Prabhupada and all the Guru Varga that we pray to their unlimited mercy. My dear Lord, kindly burn all the anarthas that I have in my heart. If at all, if you desire, kindly make me and make all of us to become the pure devotee. Please remove the anarthas, especially the anarthas of ego, so that I can be as humble as a grass and as tolerant as a tree. All the anarthas can be overcome, but the most hardest anarthas is egoism, I and mine. In Tamil, we call Manda Karvam, Manda Ganam. Very hard to give up. So, my dear Lord, please bless on this Bogi. Please at least start the process of burning my anarthas to ashes. The anarthas of false egoism. All right. So we pray that today all our bad qualities will be burned to ashes, and at least we pray to Krishna so to show us a pure devotee that we can associate. Of course, those who have taken initiation, you have got your guru, but those who have not taken initiation, pray to Krishna so that you can be blessed with a pure devotee as your spiritual master, and pray to Krishna that you'll be exposed and get connected with pure devotees of the Lord. If at all, if you go to India or wherever, pray that you get connected with pure devotees and get their mercy. All right. And tomorrow is Pongal, okay, also called Magara Sankranti. So the Magara Rasi is moving. All right, Magara Rasi is moving from one house to the next house. There's I don't know which house is that, I've forgotten. So it is Magara means Capricorn. Capricorn is moving from one house to the next house. Is considered very, very auspicious time. On this auspicious time, everybody will go and take a dip in Ganga. And today or tomorrow also called as Ganga Sagara Mela. It's a festival of taking bath in Ganga. So if we don't have a Ganga at home, there's another Ganga that we have handy in with us, that is Bhagavad Gita. Because Krishna says, in the Mahatmya we study, and even Prabhupada also mentioned, and also by Adi Shankara, he says that Bhagavad Gita is pure, is Ganga. Right? Reading Bhagavad Gita is equivalent to taking a bath in Ganga. Right? So tomorrow is Magara Sankranti, Ganga Sagara Mela, and also I think Tulasi. Okay, anyway, I can't remember. All right. So Ganga Sagara Mela and Thai Pongal. So the Thai Pongal is actually that we are the thing that we are doing is, what is the idea about Thai Pongal? It is a another version of Govardhan Puja. In Govardhan Puja, they offer the what they call the offering they cook, they boil the milk, they put the rice, they put sugar, make into a sweet rice and offer to Indra. But Krishna came and says, don't do that, offer to Govardhan. All right. There's a similar festival that we are celebrating. So tomorrow is the festival that we offer our gratitude to the sun, because we cook right in front of the sun. Number one. Number two, we offer gratitude to the fire. We light a fire with the wood, not the gas. You put the wood, our earth element, fire element. Okay, the pot is earth. And they put the milk. The milk is in the form of the goddess of fortune, or the form of what they call the mother cow. The rice, right? Sugar, and we keep it boiling. First, we boil until the thing boils out. Says that auspiciousness. Then we put the rice and cook nicely, and they enjoy. But we as a devotee, what we do it in front of Lord Surya, and we pray to Lord Surya, Surya Dev, O Sun, O Vivaswan, my dear Lord, with your permission, I'm preparing this the sweet pongal. Right? I'm cooking the sweet pongal to offer to my Lord. I'm going to offer these. Please kindly assist me. I am not so qualified, but by the mercy of my spiritual master, I got this little sukriti, little opportunity to serve. But now, since it's pongal, and I'm going to cook, and this is a tradition that to cook right in front of you while you are rising from the horizon, my dear Lord, please join me in this preparation. My dear earth, the pot, I'm going to use you to prepare this preparation so that I'm going to offer this to the Lord. My dear milk, the fruit of this from the cow, I'm going to cook you along with the rice and some sugar. I'm going to offer all of you to the Lord. Okay, my dear wood, with fire, the fire element, I'm lighting you up. Please bring the divine fire, the auspicious fire. You know, there's a few kinds of fire. Okay, I can't recall. One is vrika. Vrika means the fire that in your stomach that burns, digests your food. Second is the cremation fire. Number three is the lamp fire. And there's another thing. There's a few types of fire. One is called the divine fire. Right? The divine lamp. You know, sometimes when you offer our arati to Krishna, there's a divine lamp. That's not an ordinary fire. It is just not like another fire. It's a divine fire. So we invoke the divine fire. My dear, I'm going to put up the wood and I'm going to invoke you. Kindly come and start to cook this preparation so that I can take this preparation and offer to my Lord. My Lord is Jagannath. I'm having a Jagannath in my house. I'm going to offer all this preparation. Please all join me. Lord Surya, please join me. Lord Agni, the fire, please join me. The earth, please join me. The air, water, ether, everybody please join me. I would like to prepare this thing. This is after I offering to the Lord, and then I will offer to all of you as prasadam. Please accept the prasadam and bless our family with pure love. Please remove all our anarthas. Please remove all our inauspicious things happening in my life, in my family life, so that I can engage myself in the pure devotional service. You can worship the devatas. You can pray like that to Lord demigods to bless you these kind of blessings. They will be very pleased. After offering this preparation to you, to my Lord Jagannath, after Lord Jagannath relishes, please come and accept. Please come to my house, enter into my altar, accept this Mahaprasadam, accept this Prasadam. All right? By you accepting this Prasadam, Mahaprasadam, it becomes Mahaprasadam. Then I will honor it. Please. Like that, you pray to all the things and you cook pongal outside your house. All right? So this is how I used to do. I think this is the best way as a devotee with this thing. If not, what the others do, they take this, they cook in front of the thing, and they offer to the Surya, they offer to all these kind of things, demigods, and they'll take it and eat it in their house. All right? Of course, we as a devotee, we understand. Okay, and those who have not done this before in your life, offering food to Krishna, this is the best opportunity. After cook the thing, you bring the pot and put in front of the Lord. But then please tell the Lord, my dear Lord, it's very hot. please don't put your finger immediately. Let it cool down first. All right. Oh, so you take a banana leaf, you take the thing and scatter the thing so the thing will cool down, because when the sweet rice cools down, the taste increases. And take a tulsi and put it on top with a cup of water and offer to the Lord. If you don't have the Lord in your house, if you don't have a form of Krishna in your house, offer to Bhagavad Gita. Put the Bhagavad Gita there, put the talavala yela, whatever, put everything and pray, my dear Bhagavad Gita, my dear Partha Saradi, the form of Krishna, along with Arjuna and Srila Prabhupada, that you have commented about all the things. You are all living eternally in Bhagavad Gita. Please kindly accept this offering. I'm trying this for the first time. I hope I'm doing it right. Please accept this offering and please bless me abundantly. The abundance of blessing I want is give me the understanding or the secret or the mystery of Bhagavad Gita. Please give me that understanding. You pray like that, you start to offer to the Lord. Okay, keep it for some time. Don't take for 3 minutes, because usually we offer 3-5 minutes, but we understand the Lord has to foo, and so all the things get dry up. I mean, become cool and eat. So give at least 5-10 minutes, put it there and start to meditate. All right. So you can start to sing this song. Bhaja Bhakata Vatsala Sri Gaurahari. Gaurahari Sobi Goshta Bihari. This offering, this Boga Arati. And you sing, then make sure you read the translation. How Krishna and the friends will be eating that Boga Arati. Right? How they eat and they have fun eating prasadam. So like that in meditation, then after 5-10 minutes, you offer that to the Lord, and then you just clap. I says, my dear Lord, I hope you have taken your prasadam. Okay, I know you have taken the boga, and now I'm going to take it as prasadam. And then, my dear Lord, with your permission, let me call upon the Surya Dev, Agni Dev, Bhuma Devi, all the 33 million devatas, all please come and accept this offering. Please come and honor the Mahaprasadam from Lord Jagannath. Right? Then you just think that for a while. Then you open the curtain. You take the prasadam, take and mix with the big preparation, and everybody start to honor the prasadam. How you should honor the prasadam? Not simply take and put in your mouth. Take a small morsel and put it in your mouth and start to feel. All right? Don't fake it, but I want you to feel. Do you feel a kind of ecstatic feeling or not? If any one of you feel a big difference, of course, for devotees who have never done this before, who are going to do it for the first time, please share your experience in the group. I want to know that. You know, it's so exciting. You know, sometimes when we see when a new couple get married, we get excited. Wow, bring back all my old memory lah. You know, like that. When a new person becomes a devotee, gives us so much of ecstatic feeling. When the new person start to offer boga for a first time, it gives ecstatic feeling. At least try once. Tomorrow, whatever you're going to eat, offer it to Krishna. Don't take put in your mouth. Okay. And secondly, thirdly, today is a very auspicious Ekadasi, Sattila Ekadasi. On this Ekadasi, we have also gathered, and it's our good fortune that some or other during this Krishna Katha, it falls Ekadasi. Ekadasi day is a very auspicious day to study Bhagavad Gita, to do Krishna Katha. All right. So like that. And of course, by Tithi also, this is also considered, I mean, anyway, it's not important, my birthday. So today is an auspicious day. I hope that all of you are fasting. All right, try your best to fast. If you are on medication, no harm. You can take medicine. The medicine don't break your fast. If you're 80 and above or below 8, you do not need to fast. If you have any medical condition, it's no problem. You don't need to fast. But today, the main aim is to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. You must go on chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Maybe today you can start trying, like now. What's his name? Rajendran Prabhu and Mataji Valliyamma, both of you have got a beats for a first time. Kickstart today. Today you sit down and chant Hare Krishna 16 times, 16 rounds. And after you finish your 16 rounds of japa, please share your experience, how it feels chanting 16 rounds for a first time in your life. I would like to know that. All right. So with that, we end the session here. Is there any questions or any comment? For 11:16. Yes, Ananda Sundari Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance. Very happy birthday, Tidi Prabhu.
You heard that, is it?
May Krishna bless you with a long, healthy life to continue preaching and to us and inspiring us. Prabhu, the one question Dev yesterday, some devotee had asked regarding the causal ocean, and
Causal
Prabhu
ocean.
there was some confusion about whether it's in the material world, and so I wanted to double check. So it's written that it's considered part of the spiritual sky, Braja River, and it's in the border between the spiritual and material world, and it's not affected by the material. This one. So
Correct.
I just wanted to make, and then I think the confusion because Prabhu was saying the core. What I think is the confusion was because it's in the corner of the spiritual sky.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think
The
that's
corner.
where the confusion came. I think it's mentioned that it's in the corner
Because I
of the.
also didn't realize. Always talk about core, then suddenly when Prabhu says, hey, core means in the middle.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's because corner, la, Prabhu, because it's the corner. So sometimes it happens like the word. I think that's why I just wanted to clarify
No,
during
maybe
the.
I think I'm mistaken with the Jambu Dweep. Jambu Dweep, when you study about this Vedic cosmology and astronomy, they call Jambu
Okay.
Dweep. Jambu Dweep is actually the middle of the entire creation.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The
So
diagram. Yes.
somewhere I
Yes.
mixed up. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, my pleasure,
Very
Mataji.
inspiring class. Very inspiring class. We are all
Thank you.
attempting to get this 26 qualities, at least one of it.
No. For me, no way I can get it.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any comment? All okay? Do you think today's class was good? Do you like the speed, or do you like this detail? Because I don't want you to feel very stressed out. Oh, yo, so much of rules now. Is that okay? Charalakshmi Mataji or Nandadevi Mataji. Nandadevi Mataji is coming for a second time. All right. Okay. Rajendran Prabhu, okay, Prabhu? Nagarajan Prabhu?
Okay, Prabhu. Thank
Hey,
you.
where are you from, Prabhu?
Yeah,
Where are you from?
I'm from Sramban, Prabhu.
Oh, you're also from Surabaya. That means you're somewhere near Rajendran's house, is it?
Yeah, we are in touch with each other.
Okay. So you're also coming for the first time since Gita Gyan, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you got your chanting back for yourself?
Yeah, I already got.
Okay. So today, what do you do, Prabhu? Are you retiree or you're working?
I'm a retiree.
Okay. Ninge, Rajendran Prabhu and Valyama Mataji, three of you get together today and start chanting. Chant in a group.
Okay.
Right? And of course, please share your experience tomorrow.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Okay. All right. So there's no further questions and no further comment. I think I'll end the session here. We meet again Friday morning at this thing. And I also asked, can it be okay if we do Friday evening? I think we have no. Okay. Anyway, we discuss on Friday morning if it's okay to do in Friday evening. All right, to replace Thursday class. All right. So till then, have a beautiful, wonderful Bogi Ekadasi, and wish all of you a fantastic Magara Sankranti, Ganga Sagara Mela, and Thai Pongal. Or in Thailand also they do something, water festival, all right? Maybe you can try playing water festival in your house. Have a nice day. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvevacha paditanam pavenebhyo vaishnavebayo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Have a nice day. Go Ranga.
Thank you, Prabhu.